I know you have one question in mind. Why is this guy half naked? And I'm here to tell you, because I fucking can. Now let's hop on to the video. In this video, I'm gonna explain to you how to get from 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, you get what I mean, a small portfolio balance into the 50, 100 sol balance easily. Let's fucking go! First of all, you need to stick into the 1% rule. And what I mean by that is that if you have 1 sol in your total balance, then you need to actually ape in 0.01 sol. And why you want to do that? Because then, if you're trading like that, you have 100 chances for you to actually hit an 100x runner or a very, very, very high market cap coin, right? But let me be clear about that. Scaling a very small meme coin portfolio is extremely, and I mean extremely hard. It's so hard that it's literally almost impossible. In order for you to actually hit that goal, you have to find a job first. Maybe wash some dishes or work at the local gym. Or I don't even know, like start delivering food or whatever. There are millions and millions of job offers you can take, even as a very young person, that will actually make you some money, some starting capital, for you to actually start trade with the 1% rule. 1 sol would be perfect if you had 1 sol, but even if you have less sol, for example 0.5 sol, you can apply the same 1% rule of 0.5 sol is 0.05 for your actual trades, right? This is your trading balance, and then you have 100 chances of you actually succeeding. But obviously you have to keep in mind that all the trading platforms we are using, everything, even Action, takes away a small portion of your fees. I think it's 1%, so you need to have a higher return in order for you to actually make some money and don't lose, because if you actually keep trading and you lose 1% of this balance always, 1%, 1%, 1%, it stacks up, and then you're gonna lose your whole balance eventually pretty quickly. If you have a small balance, you're gonna lose fast on fees. And I know, like, you've seen like a lot of people actually like aping into the coin, into a single coin, and they make millions and millions. I know the feeling that you need to actually do the same, but this is something that is not pretty common, and it's actually very hard to do, to actually hit a crazy runner and then be set for life. It's way easier scaling a portfolio into a respectable sum and then hitting a 10x and then being a millionaire after that, rather than putting like 0.3 sol into a meme coin and then becoming a millionaire next day. This is a very rare occasion, and it's probably not gonna happen to you. I want to be straight with you, it's probably not gonna happen with you. Thanks to all these people, you see that they're aping not millions, but thousands and thousands of dollars into a single meme coin. I know that you will have the temptation to actually do the same thing, but trust me, you do not want to break your rule. You never want to break your rules, because then if you don't have a structure and a plan, then it becomes gambling, right? Might as well go into the casino and have exactly the same odds of winning, which is 0. So you need to actually understand and follow a trade path in order for you to actually be profitable and scale up your small portfolio little by little. Now let's just say that you have 0.06 or whatever into your balance, or maybe like, now let's just say that you have 0.3 sol into your balance, a really small balance, what I mean. Now from all these coins, probably some of these coins are gonna pop off. For example, this one, it popped off, right? It went into the millions. Now, you cannot be certain what coin is gonna pop off, right? So you should never start aping into everything you see here. This is the very biggest mistake every new trader does. They just see something cool here or maybe even here, and they ape in their whole balance or maybe 50% of the balance, and then they lose all their money. You never want to do that because obviously this is pure gambling and you're gonna lose all your money, right? So let's just say you have $20 into your port. You might be thinking that, oh yeah, I'm gonna ape into this coin, for example, Goon coin, and then it's gonna 2x, and then I have boom $40, right? And yeah, you're gonna feel good, you're gonna feel great, you double your money, right? You got $20 more to spare. But imagine if you turn the tables around and then you lose that $20. Then you will start to feel like shit. You're gonna start feeling garbage. That's because mentally, as humans, we are programmed to have the negative emotions impact us much better than the positive emotions, right? So if, for example, I have two situations, I win $20 and I lose $20. If I win $20, yeah, obviously it's gonna be cool and all, but if I lose $20, I'm gonna feel like shit. I'm gonna throw in the towel. This is gonna happen to you, so you never want to hype into everything you see here. You want to actually follow a structure and a path and invest into coins that have crazy potential. So step one is actually understanding what coins have crazy potential. So step one is obviously start with a higher amount of sol. Now, I'm not here to tell you to get a fucking job, right? But it's very easy. Get a job for 1 month and scale up your port and then come here and double, triple, quadruple your money. This is the correct way to do that. You need at least 1 sol. Now, if you don't have 1 sol, this is the video for you. First of all, you need to control yourself. If you don't have self-control, then it's GG's. You lost. You're not gonna get anything. Now, how do we actually get control? You can start with having discipline in your everyday life, right? It starts with your everyday life. You can say, for example, I'm gonna use social media for 20 minutes less every day. This is gonna start building up control into yourself, and then it's not gonna have like this impact when you start gonna lose some money on meme coins or seeing your coin dropping. Then you're gonna have more self-control and more resolve, so you can actually understand what is happening and then say to yourself, okay, I'm not gonna lose my mind over it. This coin might be dropping, but I have conviction to this coin and it's gonna go up. So that's what you need to do, is to start in your everyday life with more self-control. This is some quick exercises so you can get some quick control, right? Now, let's just say I want to invest into this meme coin. How do I know if this meme coin is actually a good investment or not, right? So, first of all, you need to actually check if it has socials. This coin doesn't have that much socials, which is not a good sign, right? So, this is a community coin. Now, it has 344 members inside the X group, the X community, which is a good amount. So that means that this coin is a community-driven coin, right? It's not really based off something. I mean, it's based on this picture that Dogecoin actually posted. So first of all, we saw that this is a community coin. Now the second thing we check is obviously here. The insiders, the bundlers, and the snipers. Now snipers is 0, bundlers is 0.1, it's 0.9. It's a very good amount to be. That means that the bundlers have left. And the insiders is 4.5%. That's kinda high, but we don't really care. Now let's see the volume. This on the 5-minute chart is 10% down and it's 41k volume. That's not a very good volume. To be honest, I wouldn't really invest into this coin so late. Maybe if I found it earlier, around the 600k mark, yeah, then I would honestly invest. Because it's a community driven coin with a lot of members inside and it's something that Dogecoin actually posted, right? So the next thing you actually want to look is the top traders, if they have some balance inside this coin. They have not a lot of balance, so this is a good sign. And then you want to check on the dev tokens. if you see a dev that has 60 dev tokens, it's probably gonna be a rug. You don't really want to invest in this coin. Now, this one, I'm pretty sure it's not gonna go higher, only because the dev isn't really a good dev, as you can see. He's a scammer, he's a rugger, obviously. And then it's not some big news, right? I mean, it's Dogecoin that posted it, but still, it's not crazy big news. So yeah, I probably wouldn't invest right now, but I would invest around the 500-600k and made a 2x profit very easily. So yeah, this was the video. So yeah, TLDR, you need to control yourself. Oh fuck, για τα fees δεν είπα. The next very big important thing you need to actually pay attention to, this is the very most important thing, is your actual fees. So for example, you need to have 20% slippage, and that's kind of excessive with a small port, but 20% is it is what it is. And then here you need to, like, you see some people telling you to have 0.01 priority fee. Like, bro, that's completely ass, that's trash. If you have this high fees, your port is gone. You don't need to actually hop into this coin, for example, so fast. You're not gonna go for the extreme fast plays, you're gonna go for the slow burners, which they go upwards. So for fees, I would honestly do 000 and 1, maybe even 40 and 1, and bribe actual 0, because you don't need to be fast inside these coins. So I would honestly do 000 This is very important, do not forget it. And sell settings 40% slippage, because we actually want to be able to leave a trade. There's no point being like 3x up and then cannot leave. So we need a higher slippage right now, because we want to actually get on some, like, our profits back, right? And here again, 000 and 1, and you can do even less, but I would honestly leave it at that. And then 0.0 again on the bribe for a small fees, and a small portfolio. And MEV obviously off. You don't have the money to play with MEV and having more fees as well. So yeah. TLDR, you need to control yourself, you don't need to have emotions. If you see your coin dropping, keep it at least at minus 20%. If it exceeds that and you drop below, sell and leave the coin. And if you use your 1% rule, you have 100 chances of one sol, obviously, to win it big and then get some money back, right? So this was the video. If you find it helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace.